Now, fighter jets don't take off smoothly. They shake, they rattle, and sometimes it feels like the entire aircraft is about to rip apart. But this violent moment isn't a malfunction. It's normal. And today, we're breaking down exactly why fighter jets shake like crazy during takeoff. When a fighter jet begins its takeoff roll, the pilot experiences one of the most intense moments in aviation. The aircraft vibrates, the controls tremble, and even the helmet cam can shake hard enough to blur the instruments. But speed isn't the only reason. The real explanation begins at the slowest part of the takeoff. At low speeds, a fighter's wings don't produce enough smooth lift. Instead of clean airflow, the wings get hit by chaotic pockets of air. This turbulence comes from the ground, the jet's own intake suction, and the heat from the engine itself. Because the air isn't stable yet, the wings and fuselage experience micro-vibrations that travel directly into the cockpit. So the shake starts early, long before the jet even reaches full power. The engine then joins the fight. When a fighter jet engine spools from idle to full military power or afterburner, it accelerates from thousands of RPM to tens of thousands in seconds. This rapid rotation isn't perfectly smooth, and the vibrations from the compressor and turbine blades move through the fuselage. When the afterburner ignites, you get an explosive rumble that adds even more shaking. Pilots describe this as a deep growl pulsing through the airframe. Here's something most people never realize. The runway itself isn't perfectly smooth. Even modern military runways have tiny bumps, seams, and surface imperfections. At taxi speed, you barely feel them. But at over 200 kilometers per hour, every small bump hits the landing gear like a hammer. The nose gear absorbs those impacts and transfers the vibration directly into the cockpit. That's why you see the cockpit view shaking left and right as the jet accelerates. It's the runway fighting back. And then comes the acceleration. As the jet picks up speed, G-forces begin to build. This pressure pushes the pilot back into the seat, tightens the straps, and adds more shaking to the already violent takeoff roll. The helmet vibrates. The HUD may flicker slightly, and the entire cockpit feels alive. At this moment, the aircraft is transitioning from a ground vehicle to a flying weapon, and the vibrations are part of that transformation. But here's the most incredible part. The moment the jet lifts off the runway, everything changes. The gears leave the ground, the bumps disappear, and the airflow stabilizes. In that instant, the shaking almost completely stops. The wings finally generate strong, clean lift, and the aircraft becomes perfectly steady. The cockpit goes from chaos to silence in less than half a second. So the next time you see a fighter jet shaking violently during takeoff, remember this: it's not a sign of trouble, it's physics at work.